What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Matt. If you're new here, I run a laser engraving shop and embroidering and printing for shirts out of my garage, and I love it. So today I'm going to talk about scaling your business. Once you get to the point, how do you know when you can get bigger machines? Like this. This is a 2-head embroidery machine, and it has been a lifesaver. So I want to talk to you guys about that. I'm getting a lot of questions about what to do, how to scale up, and when do you know. The first thing I got to say is, I have to switch this over to caps, so I'm going to do it while I'm talking to you. First sign would be business is going good, where you can't basically go and sit down and watch TV. When you're constantly running the machines as much as you possibly can to get as much done as you possibly can. I got to the point where I wanted to up my prices because I felt like I wasn't making any money because I was working too much. In reality, you can up your prices, but in my case, if I did that, then I'd be the same price, if not more, than most of the people around me. So how are they doing it? That's the first thing that went through my mind. And when I came up with the conclusion of how they're doing it is they have like 10 head machines, 6 head machines, and they're getting this 100 unit item job done in like an hour. So they're making a lot more money than I am. So I figured it's time to scale up. Now, is it an investment? Yes, absolutely. But every time I've done an investment on scaling up, it's always paid me back. Because it's the time. I get that much more time back. So, and with the time getting back, more freedom for me to go out and sell my business to other people. So that's how I decided I needed another machine. So then we got 2 heads. Or, sorry, 2 single heads. And then, for the 2 head, I didn't actually think I needed it. And talking to other people in this industry, one who I was a mentor for them, and now I call them my mentor. Hi, Donnie. Other people can see things that you can't. So other people are pointing out that I am busy enough that I need to upscale to the next machine. Or start outsourcing it. Well, I don't want to outsource because for me, my business, people are coming to me because they know I'm doing this in-house. I'm not outsourcing it. So I didn't want to start doing that because I don't want to lose customers. That's where I'm gaining a bunch of customers, is because everyone around me is pretty much outsourcing everything. So I didn't want to be put into that circle. So here we are, another machine. And it's not just this machine. I've also updated, well, in the other video of Com Marker, I got a new fiber laser, and I did that because that's a bigger one, and when it's bigger, you can go that much more faster. So it's little things like that you have to watch for. The other day I had a talk with someone in the Patreon group, and they were also asking me, like, how do I know when to update, or how much money do I set aside for making these upgrades on the machines? And I told him that Sarah and I always like to put 10% out of every job, put it away into an account so we can buy the things we need. So by putting the 10% back into the business as far as machines go, now that gives you the opportunity to buy better machines and keep scaling up. There's going to be a point in time where 10%, you won't need to be putting that much back in because you'll be ahead on a lot of things already. But 10% is a good starting rule. And I know it might seem like a lot, but at the same time, if you think it's a lot, go and get more work. It's honestly not that difficult to get more work. You have to want it. You go out and get it. Now, I see other people that I'm helping. They are catching up. Some people are farther ahead of me than where I am. And I just help them, and it hasn't been that long, you know. It's the willpower that you have. And I'm not saying that I don't have the willpower. I'm at a different stage in life. I'm at the stage where I got some teenagers now, and we're doing sports nonstop. We're running around doing school events and things like that that other people aren't, and that's okay. It's a different point in life that I'm at than you might be at. Or what if you're older and your kids are done with school and everything? Now you have more time. You can put that time back into the business and get it back in tenfold. It's on how much you want to put in is what you're going to get out. I will stand by that for a long time because that is very much true. If you don't want to put any time in your business or just put stuff online and sit around and think that your business is going to come to you, well, you're wrong and you'll fail. 100%. That just doesn't work that way. You have to put the forth time and the effort. And you can do online, but there's more to it than that. In the Patreon, I have another guy. He's like, hey, I can't go out and get sales right now. How can I fix this online stuff? And I walked him through how to do it all. It's not rocket science, but it's work. You can't be scared of work. I don't know any company out there that you can go and start up and not actually work. You have to put forth the time. Whether it's sitting down by the computer or whether it's you making stuff. You have to put the time in, and that's how you get paid. It's just simple. You can't be lazy about it. Now, scaling up is going to be a scary thing no matter what. I'm going through it again right now. Believe it or not, I just ordered a machine, and I have it coming. Actually, it will be here tomorrow. Well, you'll see this video Thursday. It'll be here. No, it won't be here tomorrow. What day is it? It'll be here Friday. So the day after this video comes out, it'll be here Friday. So I'm scaling up still. Yes, I have a small area. That's another thing. Don't give me excuses that you have a small area. You don't have a big enough area. You don't have this. Dude, shut up. I started in a room downstairs and I stayed down there forever. And then I came out in the garage. As soon as I came out in the garage, my business, I would say, probably 10 sized itself. Because I had customers coming out here to see what I can do. Once they saw what I can do, I grew that much more with just the customers that I had already. Now, imagine when new people come and they're like, whoa. First thing they say, not everyone, but most of them, one-stop shop. And I'm thinking to myself, heck yeah. Is this a niche? Heck no. And it never will be. Niches failed. I've seen it time and time, and I'll argue with anyone that wants to argue. I'll sit down. As long as they want to keep arguing with me, you're not going to win. You're not going to change my mind. Niches do not win. You have to be able to do more than just a niche, no matter what. Over and over, they fail. All the time. It's terrible. So why would you want to be part of that? I didn't tighten that one. So I got to fix that. I'm too busy talking to you guys. Dang it. Actually, I'm pretty sure this is when the neighbor came. That's who stopped in. He ordered some hats. So anyways, I'll put this back together and I'll tighten it down. I have a hat order I need to run through for a local city, actually. So, actually, this is going to be a heating and air company and then for the city. So I have a bunch of stuff to run through here. That's why I have to switch it all over. So, as far as scaling up, I have more equipment coming. I know, and tell me about it. I have a small garage. I understand that, you guys, come a little closer. I have a small garage. I understand that. But you guys, I'm making it work with what I have. And I've said it over and over again, and I'm going to say it again. Make do with what you have. I make sure that I put God, family, and then work. And keeping those orders. It's hard sometimes. Don't get me wrong. There's many times where it's like, I'm sitting there with the family going, you know, I could be out there running some shirts, or I could be out there running these tumblers and get this stuff done. But all said and done, what are you doing? You're taking away from your family time, and you're not supposed to do that. And I have to always remember that. It's very hard for me because I love what I'm doing, and I want to keep going and keep doing this and find more customers. But at the same time, I don't want to lose my kids over this and then have them grow up saying, well, Dad never wanted to do something with us because he was working all the time. That's not what I want. So I always have to remember that, and I keep true to it, and I won't go off my path with it. And well, I shouldn't say won't. Every time I do, I'll make sure I set myself straight. And if I don't, I have other people in my life that make sure they do. They set me straight. So don't be scared of growth. Make sure you're doing it the right way and grow as you need it. And if you don't have the space, you'll figure it out. You'll see in a video, I'll make a video on it. It's not a sponsored video, and it's just something I actually just needed. I have a big job coming up, and I want to make sure it's right because there's going to be a lot more of it. So I just want to make sure that as I'm growing, things are right, and I'm not doing it the wrong way, you know. And I know on a lot of things that you mess up and you learn from, but I don't want to mess up anymore. If I do, I want to do it as I'm climbing to the top. And as far as I'm concerned, the top is probably something I'll never hit because I'm going to keep going for more. I'm going to keep aiming higher. Once I get that high, I'm going to go even higher. So all said and done, when you're running a business, don't be scared to scale up. Take the small steps and keep moving forward. And just remember this one thing. If you're comfortable, you're not going to move up. If you're uncomfortable, you're going to move up. Stop and think about that and let that sink in. If you're uncomfortable, you're going to move forward and you're going to do great things. Glad you got to see me again.